parts of Johannesburg likely to experience low water supply next week as infrastructure maintenance work takes place. In a media briefing just earlier this morning, officials have ruled out a total shutdown, but they have warned that supply will be limited. Our reporter Karinda Jagmohan attended that briefing. She filed this report.
Tell me about this reduced water flow. For the resident at home, what's going to come out of their taps?
So as we alluded to in the briefing, that this is not a total shutdown, but this is rather a planned maintenance by our bulk supplier Rainwater. So this means that customers can expect reduced water pressure and in some areas no water. So it's not a shutdown, but the water pressure will definitely be reduced. Yes.
Of course, it was critical maintenance that has to be done to ultimately see improvement of the system. But for those wondering, what can they do to save up? How is Johannesburg Water going to support the residents?
Okay, so Johannesburg Water is assisting our residents by providing alternative water supply. So we will have a combination of roaming water tankers and stationary water tankers. So stationary water tankers will be positioned at critical areas that we've identified, such as hospitals and clinics and old age homes around the city. And then we'll have roaming water tankers, which will be moved around the areas that will be affected. And as we mentioned, we are working very closely with our ward councillors in terms of identifying areas that will be critically impacted and where we need to position our resources in terms of the roaming water tankers.
Now, for, again, residents, when will we see a full flow of water supply? You say this ends on the 29th of July. Can I say on the 30th we'll see our water?
So it's difficult to say when, but Rainwater finishes this maintenance on the 29th of July. And our systems which will be impacted, which are our reservoirs and towers, in terms of recovery takes from 5 to 14 days. So post the Rainwater maintenance, from 5 days to 14 days after the 29th of July, and any time in between that is when customers can expect water flow to return to normal.
Just again, to summarize, why was it critical to undertake this maintenance now, especially that it's going to be over 30 days?
It's a planned maintenance. It's important that we have these maintenances. It's almost like servicing your car. So you've got your minor service and your major service. So this is like a major service. So it's important that our infrastructure, from the perspective of our bulk supplier, that they maintain the infrastructure because this has benefits for municipalities. And just to add, this maintenance will also affect other cities within Gauteng. So the city of Ekurhuleni and Tshwane as well will be affected by this maintenance, which is quite crucial.
Crucial indeed. Thank you so much for your time, Ms. Shabalala, the spokesperson for Johannesburg Water. And of course, they're just adding on the importance of this maintenance. For example, one of the projects being undertaken is to connect two reservoirs, two of the Waterval reservoirs, that will ultimately improve that system. That's among the necessary projects that have to be undertaken. This weekend, before this maintenance starts, Johannesburg Water says they're going to fill up their reservoirs. They've advised residents to keep aside water reasonably so to ensure that you can carry out your daily activities. But they say there will be water flow, just not the normal capacity we see. Of course, we'll keep you updated as this goes on. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Karinda Jagmohan in Johannesburg.